What's up, BLA? So we're in for a new theme. I know we started last week with those 4 books. We're going to have a book a week now, basically. Kind of turns into 2 books. It's really a book a week. And this one is Nature's Fury. Oh. Alright, so it's really about all those, crazy things that happen, like hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, things like that. And so the book's going to teach us something about it. So let's dig in. This is just like the intro to earthquake terror. Oh, all right. So let's go to earthquake terror. Here we go. Now the house of wind is thundering. Now the house of wind is thundering. As I go roaring over the land is covered in thunder. From Windsong. Nature's Fury with Warren Fadley. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, sorry. Are you ready to face nature at its most explosive? Start with a letter that just blew in from Storm Chaser Warren Fadley. Dear reader, I chase storms. Anywhere, anytime. I pursue tornadoes, lightning, hurricanes, and other natural disasters. I capture the events on film and video. In this theme, you'll get a taste of my adventures on the job. You'll also encounter other examples of nature's power, from earthquakes to blizzards. One of the biggest storms I ever chased was Hurricane Andrew in the August of 1992. Andrew hit South Florida with winds of over 160 miles per hour. It was both exciting and frightening to be in the middle of a Category 5 storm, the biggest of all hurricanes. By the way, I don't know how to pronounce that, like hurricane. I just say hurricanes, but a lot of people go hurricanes, whatever. I had to be very careful. The rain hit so hard it stung. Large trees were uprooted and debris flew through the air. Huge waves crashed inland, bringing boats and wreckage toward me. I had to use all my experience as a storm chaser to survive. I wore safety glasses to protect my eyes, and I kept my camera equipment in waterproof cases. When the storm passed, I was safe. I was also a little tired and wet. You won't have to worry about the wind and rain as you read the selections in this theme. Just enjoy the forces of nature on display. Sincerely yours, Warren E. Fadley. Step into the storm! As a storm chaser, Warren Fadley chooses to go out into tornadoes and hurricanes. Have you ever been caught in a storm or some other example of nature gone wild? Think about that experience as you read the selections in this theme, which is shown below. Try putting yourself into different situations in the selections. Sometimes the storm you read about can be as exciting as the storm you were in. I think we'll try to get all these in. Build up to a shakeup. What forces cause the earthquake and earthquake terror? The answer lies deep underground. Pressure builds. Pressure has been building along a deep crack in the Earth's crust, the San Andreas Fault in California. The rock on one side of the fault is pushing against the rock on the other side until earthquake! Too much pressure. The rock on each side of the fault slips with a jolt. All that released energy causes the ground to go undulating for miles. The upheaval may cause terrible devastation to anything standing. The San Andreas Fault runs from Southern California to just north of San Francisco. The author puts Magpie Island, the fictional setting of earthquake terror, in its path. A road in California's Santa Cruz Mountains, south of San Francisco, shows extensive damage from the World Series earthquake that struck part of the San Andreas Fault in October 1989.
What page again? What page?
45. We're going to meet the author, Peg Carrot. Favorite outfit? Jeans and sweatshirt. Favorite dish? Spaghetti. When not writing, reads, plays or player piano, bakes bread, volunteers at the Humane Society. Hold on a minute. Isn't a player piano one that plays already? Okay, I have a massive problem with this. That means she like sticks the thing in, then it's play. Alright, I'm sorry. I digress. An 80-year-old house in the her home is an 80-year-old house in the state of Washington with apple and pear trees, blueberry and blackberry bushes, and a big vegetable garden. Popularity. Carrot has won Children's Choice Awards in 15 states. Twice a year, she and her husband travel across the country in their motorhome so that she can speak in schools and meet her readers. More Carrot books. Volcano Disaster. Blizzard Disaster. Nightmare Mountain. I see a trend here. The Richest Kids in Town. Shelter Dogs. Amazing Stories of Adopted Strays. So she writes about natural disasters and dogs. Meet the illustrator, Phil Boatwright. Lone Star Boyhood. Boatwright grew up in Mesquite, Texas, a suburb of Dallas. Favorite children's book, Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. Favorite illustrators, Janetti Spirin, Jerry Pickney, John Collier, and N.C. Wythe. I think Jerry Pickney does some of the illustrations in another story from here, so interesting. Tips for success. You have to love to draw. Take all the art classes possible. Read all the art books available. And study the artists you admire. Alright, so there we go. And we'll see you Thursday with Earthquake Terror. Ah! Ah!